Horoscopes by 1pkc.io, brought to you by Jeff Helkenberg.
Hello, Aquarius. This is your horoscope for the week of March 25th, 2019. Now, the house of Aquarius currently hosts Venus, though that will be departing soon, while your ruling planet Uranus remains in Taurus, where it has fallen. Now, we've been discussing what life would be like if you've made a plan and have prepared, and assuming that you have done that and now you're heading in a good direction, you feel pretty solid about your trajectory, what you're probably experiencing is a slightly lower energy, and there will be more doubts creeping in. You really need to control how pessimism is operating on you. So if you find yourself second guessing more, feeling like you're not really sure if your decisions were wise, understand that this is part of what happens when Uranus enters Taurus. You'll have a lot more doubt, and you kind of need to shake that off. It's not necessarily an indication that something has gone bad. It's more of an indication that the energy has changed. And so you're just going to have to struggle through it, but the chances are your decisions have been wise. You are doing the right things. There's just a kind of nagging doubt, a suspicion, and it's a self-suspicion that maybe you've made incorrect choices. Well, one of the things that's going to be contributing to that in a large way this week is the Mercury retrograde that is currently happening in Pisces. That this is going to be affecting you in the unconscious mind. This is going to be something where you wake up and you kind of wonder if your dreams are indicating that your choices have been bad, or if your life suddenly feels like you have no forward momentum. You're kind of trapped in a cycle. If you're experiencing these kinds of feelings, this is related more to what's going on in your chart than what's going on in the life that is unfolding in front of you. So this week, the message is try to maintain optimism. Understand that the antidote to your depression or your self-doubt is a form of optimism that is not irrational. It's rational optimism. And what is most important is that you're putting one foot in front of the other, both literally and metaphorically, that you are continuing to plod on, because it's going to feel a little bit like sleepwalking, especially initially with Uranus in Taurus. It's going to feel like you're a little bit, like things are just kind of like blah. Well, you can overcome that by just knowing that as long as you continue to move, you're an inexorable force. You're kind of an unstoppable force, but it won't feel conscious. You're just going to wake up, maybe even years from now, and realize that you have been accomplishing a lot of things. The sequence of events are still moving forward. You are a positive force for change in your own life, but you're going to have a difficult time digesting that you are actually incrementing a plan. Now, this assumes that you have a plan, of course. If you've kind of been spinning in circles, chances are you're going to get really dizzy over the course of the next about decade. So it's a major thing for you to have to deal with, and we're going to continue to talk about it as we move forward. Just realize that as long as you are moving toward a goal, even if you feel bad or even if you're not sure, as long as you continue to move, that is positive. So maintain that in your mind. Things are going to be okay for you. Now, for those of you who know your birth chart positions, here is a rundown of the other planets and our star. As we've stated, Mercury is in retrograde in Pisces, where it is joined by Neptune. Venus is in Aquarius. Mars and Uranus are in Taurus. Jupiter is in Sagittarius. Saturn and Pluto are in Capricorn. The moon starts the week in Scorpio, moves through Sagittarius and Capricorn, and will end the week in your house of Aquarius, while the sun has moved into Aries. Again, the message this week: continue to plod forward. Feel positive. If you're actually, operating from a space of negative self-reference, just try your absolute best to deny those feelings, because they're really coming from the chart. It's not an indication that your life is not positive or that you're not moving in a positive direction. It's just an issue with the energy. Understand that, and you're going to continue to have a good. And you're going to continue to.
Thank you for listening, and visit 1pkc.io for more great content.